What's up guys, welcome back to Jungle Gap. So as some of you may know, I have been coaching junglers for the past 2 years, ranging from Iron all the way to Challenger. And I'm talking like thousands and thousands of reviews. As well as formerly playing pro and being a Challenger jungler in solo queue, you could say that I have a pretty good idea of what most of the common mistakes I see junglers make, but also what is actually important to have consistent impact in your games. Consistency is the key word here. You see, the rules and fundamentals I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video not only set the groundwork for jungling, but are also concepts applicable whether you are Iron or Challenger. You can think of these rules as your northern star. Like if you're ever feeling confused about jungle, you can always just ground yourself and refer back to these concepts. So before we get into a game and I show you guys with examples, I want to quickly summarize and explain each rule so you guys have a good idea of what to expect to learn in this video. Alrighty guys, so before I show you what these rules and fundamentals look like in game, I want to do a brief summary of each of them just here on the Rift Kit. Obviously, as I said before, these rules and fundamentals are things that you're going to experience every single game, no matter what rank you are. So the very first rule has to do with your tempo, especially in the early game. I would say that this rule is the #1 rule I see a lot of low elo players make the mistake of. And yeah, this is the building block, this is their foundation. So this is essentially tempo and how to use our time as effectively as possible. As a jungler, you want to be very time efficient. And a rule that we can just place up straight away is camps up versus camps down. Now, what does this mean? Let's say, for example, you are playing the blue side jungler and you're pathing to the bot side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get to number 4, and guess what? This is a camps up scenario because you still have your red and your Krugs. But then you think, oh, let's go for a mid gank. Okay, so the only time where you'd ever look for this mid gank is if you think 100% that the enemy mid is going to die, okay? Otherwise, you should continue farming. This is essentially the rule. When your camps are up, you're only going for guaranteed or at least highly likely chance that you can either get a kill, or maybe you think, okay, 100% I can get this Drake. Then skipping camps is okay. When should we not skip camps? Okay, we've done number 4. You know, obviously doing something like ganking mid and burning the enemy mid's flash or something like that, or going bot lane and burning their heal. These are things that are not worth your time. You're not being time efficient if you have these other 2 camps to farm. Now, let's talk about the other thing when our camps are down. So let's just say, for example, we've done our full clear. We've cleared. And now we are getting to the end of the clear. We've finished our Krugs and this is camps down. We have all our camps down. Now, this is where you can do spare tempo jobs. This is where you can just be a little more lenient with your time. You can go in here. You can gank the enemy bot. You can burn their flashes. You can walk in here. You can put a ward down in the enemy jungle. This is what, you know, using your time efficiently and effectively is like. And then the last thing is obviously we want to stay on tempo. As soon as this first camp spawns, which on the second round is usually around 4:20, it's very important to know this camp timer, spawn timer. As soon as that is about to happen, you need to then think, okay, my camps are now up. I'm back to camps up rule. Moving on now to next rule, jungle tracking. What this means is you're trying to get the enemy location and the enemy camp spawn timers. These are the 2 things we're looking for in this rule. And the rule is that we want to try and download the enemy jungler's path by placing a ward in the enemy jungle level 1, or by just, you know, after like typically after a jungler is full clear, right? I full clear a bot, I go for bot scuttle. If the enemy jungler is not bot side, if he's not trying to gank my bot lane, if he's not on this scuttle here, if he's not trying to gank mid, most likely, you know, you gotta do a process of elimination. He's most likely top side. And so in that scenario, right, this next thing that, you know, you want to try and mirror your camp spawn timers to his, because, you know, if I've done Krugs and I pile down, then my number 1, sorry, not Krugs, Gromp, then my Gromp is his Gromp, and so on. My wolves are his wolves, the timers, my raptors are his. And so when you have when you have the enemy jungler downloaded, you can not only camp mirror. So if he ever makes a mistake, oh, he overextends his round here, it is now like past 4:20, and for whatever reason, you know, we're still on the bot side, we can take this. So anytime that he messes up his tempo, you will have his camp spawn timers because you have camp mirrored and because you have downloaded the enemy jungler's path. The other way, obviously, I didn't go over yet, is at level 1, you can just ward the enemy jungle. So this is either a ward on the Raptors or a ward on the blue. If you are playing the blue side jungler here, you will want to, you know, kind of try and, you know, you would stand here level 1 and you would just kind of like ping assistance on your team to try and get this ward, try and place this ward. Some champions are easier than other. You know, if you're playing something like Jarvan, you can go here, throw a flag here, ward here. If you think it's dangerous, if 5 people or 4 people are looking at you menacingly, then obviously don't go for it. It's not a requirement. Then you have to go to the other one, which is just, okay, download his path, once he gives you information, but knowing what the enemy jungle has done and is doing is an extremely important part of jungle. This is also about pinging the enemy laners. So for example, I part the bot, I'm on bot scuttle, he must be on top scuttle, I should danger ping my top lane. For example, okay? So tracking the enemy jungle and jungle tracking is a huge part of jungle. Very, very important rule. Next up, we have decision making ahead of time. So what does this mean? So usually the three kind of pillars I come down to in terms of decision making. It's a bit more than this, but we're going to be taking a look at match, trade, or minimize. So essentially what this means is that, this is more towards, in the mid game, but still kind of early game. Match, trade, minimize is, we get to the end of our clear or something like this, and, the enemy has started the dragon or something like this, right? And so you always want to match when you're stronger. And obviously this is just not stronger one-on-one, but it's essentially you want to fight if you have even numbers here. And obviously drag usually counts as like an enemy, so it's kind of like you have an advantage here by the enemy starting, but you always want to match when you're stronger. Now, let's say the enemy start the dragon here and your bot lane had died, right? And they're not going to spawn now for another 20 seconds. You need to think ahead of time here. Hey, if they go for this Drake, I need to figure out match, trade, or minimize. So if I match, I'm obviously weaker. I'm going to die. Can I trade something? Can I go up here and take the grubs? If so, you go and take the grubs. Obviously, it's a little bit easier to trade, right? If you're on like pathing opposite ways, or if you're already on the top side, you think, oh, I'm on the top scuttle here. They're on Drake. I would usually match here if my bot lane was here because I want to match, you always want to match when you're stronger because again, the dragon is an advantage. But in this case, oh, we can't contest this. Let's just trade. Let's take his top side. Let's take grubs, right? And then lastly, the last thing is what I was just talking about as well, minimize. So minimize is when you can't trade, right? Which is generally when you're on the same side as the enemy. And in that situation, minimizing is almost just, oh, maybe I can just like collect the bot wave. Maybe I can just collect my Krugs in the bot wave. And I'm just minimizing. So minimizing, yeah, is usually when you can't match or trade, you just got to minimize. So always match when you're stronger, when you can contest, when you can fight, you want to fight, trade when you cannot fight, and then minimize when you cannot trade. Up next, we have mindset, and this is all about not compensating. So this kind of goes hand in hand with what we were just talking about this idea of like the match, trade, and minimize. So like, for example, if your bot lane dies, like you could be 10-0 here on the jungle, right? But your bot lane died, or maybe your mid lane decides to roam top. You just got to not compensate, and you need to play with the hand that you have been dealt. So the hand can sometimes be that your mid lane roams to top, even though, hey, shouldn't we be matching this? So yeah, this is all about not compensating for your team. Your team dies, don't go in here, don't try and steal, don't try and fight 2v5. Look at the game very objectively, make decisions very objectively, and it's all also about maintaining your agency for better opportunities. So, instead of going here and contesting them on the Drake, yeah, it sucks. We're 10-0. We can't contest the Drake. It is what it is. Let's go and trade topside here because then we can maintain our strength. And then in a fight that's actually 4v4 or 3v3, we can be the diff. So you're going to see me talk about this a lot in the game. This mindset is very, very important. And then last but not least, we have uptime, downtime in the mid game. So this is essentially teaching us when we should group with our team, when we should play with our team, when we should take enemy camps, or when we should farm/base. And what this really comes down to in the rule is that we want to play on our team's tempo line. So let me give you an example. So the first example we'll go over is uptime. So this is when, in the mid game, maybe your bot lane is here, your top lane is here. Everyone is kind of up on this kind of line, right? This tempo line, which is up. And so this is what we would call uptime because your team is pressuring things. Everyone is pressuring something. And the whole point of this, why you don't want to be just farming your camps at this time, although this rule has some nuance, which I'll go through when we play the game, hopefully. But yeah, the reason why you would want to play, on your team's tempo line. So this line, you would want to be doing things that are close to this line, maybe taking Scuttle Crab, right? Maybe taking the enemy Gromp. You want to be kind of close to your team. You want to be as close as possible because if you are not close to your team when this happens, let's say, for example, you are playing in your jungle, let's say you're on the Wolves here, and the enemy jungle and support gank your mid laner. The problem with this is that because you're not forward anywhere, you're not able to use this guy's pressure of dying, inting, right? We always complain about people inting, but you're not able to trade this and go and take this and take this and take this and then trade something. So the whole point, it's a pressure game. You're trying to play on your team's tempo lines. What do we do in the downtime? Let's explain downtime now. So the downtime is the opposite. The downtime is when your top laner is here and your support is running out of base here. We've all seen this before. Your mid lane, your AD carry died. and your mid lane is, you know, just leaving the base now. Okay, so let's draw up the tempo lines here. Top lane's tempo line is here. Jungle's tempo line, well, we'll talk about jungle in a sec. Support's tempo line is here. Mid's tempo line is here. Support's tempo line is here. So obviously right now, if your top laner is dying, right, the enemy top lane, your top laner gets ganked, this is very, very bad. And you do not want to be here with him in this timer because you don't know where the enemies are, unless of course you have guaranteed information. But generally this is a time where when your team is not ready to play, when they're not ready to play anything, this is when you'll either base and you'll sync up with them coming out of base, or you will just have downtime where you actually, this is the time when you want to farm all your camps. So I'll explain this more when we get into the game. I think it makes more sense with an actual example of these situations. But this is a very, very important rule for not only jungle, but this is an important rule for every lane. So, you know, hopefully some laners also see this video and can adopt some uptime, downtime fundamentals. So without further ado, now let's get into a game, and I want to showcase all these fundamentals because I definitely know that they will happen because they happen every single game. Alrighty, everyone, jumping on to the Rift now. We are playing some Viego. You know, it's just your stock standard jungler. You know, good to yeah, it's quite a popular pick, so may as well play the Viego for this demonstration of these 5 rules. And you know, the first thing, you know, we're gonna be referring, like I said, back to the little rules list right here. I'll be talking about it as we play. Very first thing though is, you know, generally every game, you want to figure out where you want to get a kill. For this sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to be pulling towards bot side. As we can see, the enemy jungle also maybe having some fundamentals. He's trying to get a ward on my enemy camp. So around this time is when I would usually go and ward the enemy raptors. In this case, I'm versing Garen here. So I'm a little bit worried about face checking here. Maybe we can go and get a ward on his raptors. So I'm going to go and ping my team here, maybe versing Elise as well. It's a little bit scary. And so for this demonstration, guys, I'm actually not going to go for a ward here. As you can see, my team is kind of AFK as some games will go, you know, not too many helpers here. So as I said, like, you don't always have to get a ward. We will just download the enemy jungler's path when he gives us the information that we require, and then we'll camp mirror and etc, etc. So a big part of the first rule, which is just, you know, tempo and how to use our time effectively. You know, to be able to have more spare time or more time when our camps are down, we need to be able to clear at a good pace, okay? So make sure when you're playing, whatever jungler you're playing, whether it be Viego. All right, let's continue. So this is going to be an interesting one where, well, that's just happened. I've been cheesed. That's okay. We'll play this one out. I think my raptors are also going to be gone here. Okay, so unfortunately, we're at a little bit of a disadvantage starting this one off. I was trying to clear, I guess, too quickly, and, well, this guy's just... But we'll continue. Okay, even with this even with this start, you know, sometimes you'll find yourself in this situation. And I'm going to show you guys, it's the same rules apply. It's just your opportunities are going to be a little bit thinner. Okay, when you're behind, the only thing that changes is that you have less opportunities. So yeah, he's done my raptors. I didn't even check it, but yeah, no. As Viegas will do, or as Canes will do, they will do that kind of thing. And so, yeah, we'll just clear here after our blue. Maybe the Cane will give us some information. We're trying to figure out what to do now when our camps are down. Enemy bot lane actually fought, so there might be no opportunity here because the enemy, you know, they're going to be running back. I think Elise's tempo is going to be a little bit different. Oh, they're actually saying. So here with my spare time, right, I'm just going to kill this blue real quick. In my spare time, I'm just going to gank bot. I'll ping on the way right now. Here we go, camps down. So even if I don't get a kill here, it's still okay. As per following the rules. I'm going to put my pot here. I'm going to keep pinging here. I'm going to check the chat. Did they use any sums? We'll just go for like the free kill here, which is on the Twitch. So we'll make sure to cut him off. Well, did we just get completely juked? We got completely juked. Okay, that's okay. Impressive. I think the Cane might be Botsa. Yeah, here he is. So here I'm just going to press B. Here I'm going to press B. So yeah, not the greatest start to the game. However, we are going to maintain being on tempo. You see this spawn timer here, 27 seconds. We'll just get our base off here. We'll buy up whatever little crummy items that we can, and we'll head back here. And so we kind of know that our raptors are going to... So now we know what Kane kind of did. I think he had blue, so he must have done my red that I leashed for him, my raptors. Now he's showing again mid. He might try and cross to go to my raptors, which I need to actually match here if he tries it. So some stuff happening here. Yep, he's still going to go for it, which is why I've gone this way. I'm actually going to let him go for it. Okay, good play from him. I'm just going to try and finish it before he gets here, because he actually is stronger than me on his smite. Though I do have items. It's not really good to fight him here just because... yeah, he has a Victor. So we'll just back up. So still, again, camps up here. And our mindset here, right? Our mid died. We can talk a little bit about this, you know, not compensating. But, you know, maybe this has turned into a playing from behind kind of video. That's okay. So Kane is now on top side. He's now doing top side camps. And we'll just keep... I'm going to show you guys. If you guys maintain your composure, the enemies will eventually make a mistake and you'll be able to punish it. But it's important that you don't lose your mind before that happens. Yeah, frustrating game, right? Frustrating game. Kane is he's diffing me right now. But let me show you guys. And so, you know, yeah. In terms of like decision making ahead of time as well, this rule, there's probably going to be a lot of trading this game. And because, you know, I'm weaker than the Kane, most likely I'm going to be minimizing and trading a lot. And by the way, guys, if you're not sure, like if the enemy jungle is not doing something really obvious. So for example, this game, it's quite hard to track the Kane, right? There's a lot of different avenues he could take in terms of where he could be. And so if that's the case, just don't really assume anything. Okay, so here we go. Spare time now. Camps down. Camps down, spare time. In my spare time here, I'm going to try and lane gank bot. Okay, my team's pinging that they may have a ward. So I'm just going to chill. In my spare time jobs are kind of just like running in here, checking for vision. For example, just killing this pink ward is something you can do in your spare time. I'm not going to look for anything more though. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to ward this. My red is spawning in 23 seconds. I'll just take a base. Red raptor spawning. I'll just take a base. And then as I base, I'll back ping my team. Buy up. And so it just continues. And so again, like you keep to these rules, right? Make sure you don't try and compensate, even though you may feel right now that you really need to get a kill. You may feel like you really need to get something back. You don't. Okay. You don't need to play for something. Okay, so here we go. So Kane shows topside. He has a base. Is there any guaranteed play? Do I think I can 100% kill this Kane right here? No, I think the play is going to be over before that happens. Although he is quite low. But I think that he's topside. So this is like, I can't really trade anything here in terms of like what he has done. Because I'm just not sure. And I have my own camps up, so I'm not, again, if I was 100% sure his topside was up here, I would go to them. But I really have no idea. So I'm just going to keep on my camps. So this is what you would call like, you kind of minimize. This is kind of like what's called minimizing, right? You're not like trading for him being top. You're not matching for him being top because I wasn't going to make it on time. So we just keep farming. Dice. Garen has pushed top. So my next decision here is like, do I want to start these grubs? Do I not want to start these grubs? Doesn't look guaranteed to me this top gank, so I shouldn't go there. All right, here we go. So match or trade. So they're on the Drake here. My Vladimir is basing. So what should we do here? We should trade. So I'm going to quickly try and go over here. I'm going to try and ping my team as well because Garen might be moving here. And I just need to make sure that if this guy does contest, I can just kite back. Kite back. Can't really go on him here. So the enemy is doing a good job here of, you know, preventing me from doing this, which is good. See, on their side, they're also minimizing. So trading might be hard here, but you can see I'm not really compensating here at all. Still hard. Now maybe we can do something. This guy might get CC chained. Now we hold our ult for his flash. Now we can play. And I think he's gone. Immediately turn back, ping the flashes. Very nice. So again, right, playing it slow, not just immediately flashing on the enemy there or anything like that. I'm pinging my team as well. I'm pinging my Poppy to come and help. If my Poppy was not going to come and help there, guess what? I'll just play with the hand I've been dealt, and I'll just go to my bot side, right? So this is very, very important rules to stick by. Okay, Kayn, now we see him. He took my blue because he just came from my blue side. So we got to go and take his camps here. We got to still be a bit wary of Garen. Okay, he shows top now. Good. Now we see Kayn basing here. So how many camps can I get here? Okay, he gets cancelled. That's very nice for me. Very, very nice. He got delayed, which means I can get an extra camp. In these situations, guys, always just think about how many camps you can take. I'm not going to be able to take his wolves because he's going to get there on time. So I just want to make sure I get his grop. Kite it back, smite, finish. Thinking about what's next here. I know that my entire bot side, at least 2 camps are down here. Might be all 3. Mid has no flash, so I'm going to ping on the way here. Looks like my guy is all-inning, but no flash, so it looks good. Again here, I think that this is guaranteed play here. He's going to try and juke a lot. Okay, he didn't. Perfect. So, guys, camp's up here, but I went for the mid gank. Why did I go for the mid gank? Because he was overextended and because he has no flash. So I follow the rule there, right? If I think that that play is not guaranteed, I should go back to my topside camps. And yeah, again, no idea where Kayn is. My plan here is just to take Krugs and base. I'm going to ping that Kayn can be here. Ping that Kayn can be here. And I'll just maintain farming. You can see, guys, maintain your composure and plays will reveal themselves. Okay, this guy shows here. Nothing I can do with him showing that. I can't go and take his bot side right now. I'm not going to listen to this Poppy's pings because obviously a lot of gold. Let's buy our Triforce. Sorry about that. Don't listen to your teammates' pings either. That's another rule. Okay, even though that looks good. So now he is wasting a lot of time there, right? And now I can go look for his camps. Now I can go look for his camps. I'll just let him 1v1 this guy. So mid still has no flash, so if I find him here, we can still take a look for him. Your Poppy's going to do some stuff. You just got to mute them. Okay, no flash mid. Let's go. Guaranteed play. My Vlad is nothing, but still, it's not that possible. That's okay. Kayn crossing back now. Bot lane missing. I make a little bit of a misstep here. I'm going to ping my Vladimir. Hey, I want to contest this. He uses smite. Kind of hard to play anything here, so I'm just going to back in this guy. We're trolling a little bit here. I might just have to let this guy die. Twitch flashes in, but I'm not going to compensate here. I'm actually going to use the fact that Twitch did that, and we're going to try and kill him. No flash. So you see, guys, a lot of times I'm not concerned and I'm not going to compensate because I will get given a new play here. So I'm going to make sure that this guy can't leave. I want to run behind him. No flash, so free kill. Damn, I wanted that kill, but that's okay. Now I kill. I think Kayn is not here, so I'm just going to run straight to his camps. I'm pretty sure Kayn went to my top side, I think. Not 100% sure, but either way, if he's here, that means my top side is up. If he's not here, that means... Okay, he's here. Great, my top side's up. That's good. And I still got the camp. So this is a great time to just full clear up. Oh, my team got the tower as well. Huge. Those 3 grubbies. We like to see it.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
And we will just clear here. Camps up. No guaranteed plays. So this round, yeah, we did a couple more things. Just for the fact of that Kayn's tempo was not the greatest. And we are entering mid-game. Not yet, but we are about to enter this uptime, downtime period of the game. So next objective is Drake. Okay. And we're going to be figuring out if we want to match or trade it. And right now, because my team is not on the map yet, so a little bit about those tempo lanes, right? Even at this point. I think this dragon is actually gone here. But we'll let our team get us some... Oh, it's not gone. Okay, so we want to match. We want to go here. We want to ping. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm going to ping everyone. I want to fight. Because I'm strong. And I want to match when I'm ahead. So I'm just going to ping. Let's go. Catch someone. We can catch Elise. We can go for whoever here, really. Okay, we'll go for the free target. This guy gets stunned. Perfect. And I'm going to try and Last hit this. Maybe I can try and cocoon this guy. Great. Oh, more fighting happening. So I do want to get involved. Oh, this guy got in. So we just want to play for the reset here. I'm going to hold my ult for this guy. He has flash. I have no... Oh, wow, I played that really terribly. But if I still get a reset here, it's winnable. Oh, I didn't get my passive. Wait, what's happening? Okay. Let's go, Gosu. I can't really help here. It's pretty hard. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I don't know what happened here, but I've played this fight terribly, but it's okay. So, you see my team's tempo lanes right now, right? They're all dead. And so this is a great time to actually just clear Oro camps. This is a great time to farm. But the main thing I want to try and sync up here, actually, is... It's still pretty early game, right? And I have 1600 gold. So, in this case, I'm just going to farm my blue. Now my team is spawning here, so I want to sync up with them. That's why I'm taking this base. And then we shall... And I'm not really focused too much on the build this game, but I am still going to go Collector. Now we can see why we take that base here, because we want to sync up with our team. If my team was dead for like 50 seconds there, I might just full clear. Okay, so we got to lock in a little bit more on the team fights. I don't know what happened there, but we'll think about next. Okay, so here we go. So look, my team's tempo lines, you see this, right? All my team is on this line here. So as soon as I finish this camp here, I want to go here. I don't want to farm my Krugs here. I don't want to farm my Raptors or my Gromp here. My team is pressuring, so I want to get involved. I'm strong here. I should feel strong, and I want to get involved. So here I just want to play for the free reset, which is Elise. And then as soon as I get that reset, we want to transform. What am I in here? Spider form? Okay, we dodge that. And we can kill this guy now. No flash. Big. Looking for more. Is the Garen low? Let me see. Let me take a look. So enemy team is dead here. I want to just take camps. And then I'll take the... Oh my goodness, I just ulted. Whoops. No, I didn't actually. So I'll just kite a little bit here. Wait for my team. Oh, that lands. So we just go all in now. Oh my goodness, I'm getting owned. Okay. Play it a little bit. If this guy gets CC'd, we can kill. Yeah, my team's not leaving me for dead here, right? Okay, this is clutch. We can actually win it, but we poppy ulted them anyway. Okay, that's fine. So my TK is dead. Guess what we're going to do here, guys? They're going to go for Rift Herald. What are we going to do? You guys can guess it in the chat. You guys are geniuses. Match or trade? Match or trade? My blood is bot with no TP. So here we're going to back ping. I'm going to let my team do whatever they want here. And I'm just going to go and trade. I'm going to go take his bot side camps. I don't mind here if my team goes crazy. Right? Because I want to show you guys fundamentals. Match or trade? They have numbers. My Vladimir is bot. My TK was dead. We trade. And we maintain. And we look for a better fight. Even though that fight could have been winnable. I want to teach you guys. Okay. Downtime here. Poppy spawning in 14. It's downtime, but it's about to be uptime. So should I go and farm my bot side camps here? No, we shouldn't. We should press B. Because we want to sync up with this Poppy spawning. And we also want to buy our collector. So again, same thing. That was downtime complete. And we traded in that downtime. Now it is uptime. We want to buy up. I'm going to buy, let me see here. Mercs is pretty good. Yeah, we're going to buy Mercs. And now we just play uptime straight away. We're not going to touch a camp here. We're going to instantly go to this crab. We're instantly going to go here. We're playing for top tower, playing for Rift. We're playing with all these all these things that we want to contest. I'm going to ping on the way here. I want to fight. I want everyone to get on the same page. I'm going to assistance ping on everyone here. Okay, we're going to focus this for a second. Now we're going to do this. And depending on what champ you're playing, I'm playing Viego. So I just want to look for a reset target. So whoever my team goes on, we're going to go for. I'll let my team chill for a bit. Okay, Garen looks pretty free, so we'll go for Garen. Okay, now we just play reset fight. Wow, that's on me. Let's go. Okay. Any more? Any more? And so because we maintained our composure, guys, all game, we can now be Thanos for this fight. And we can go look for this guy's red. Okay, it's dead. So we're going to look to Rift here. When you have a Rift Herald, guys, what you want to do is try and get tier 2s. So here I want to Rift here. I don't really care about this Drake, honestly. I actually care much more about this tier 2 top. So I'm going to go for the tier 2 top here. Over the dragon. This dragon is kind of worthless to me. I just have to be careful here because it is about to be like, this is int zone. You really want to get out now. You don't want to die here. I'm going to make it really obvious to my team that I want to... And here we go again. Downtime. Look, all my team's basing. I'm going to sync up base with them. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Okay, what am I building here? IE or... Probably shield bow is a good idea. So let's build shield. Looks good. All right. Let's go. Uptime, downtime. What is it? Let me take a look at my team's tempo lines. Okay, my Vladimir is a little bit lacking here. And we're also going to talk about the next objective, which is the Otacon. So we're going to play on bot side. We're going to check, does top Poppy have TP? Yes, she does. So we know that she can always TP to this fight down here. And I'm going to start pinging the Otacon. I'm going to say, yo. Time to do the Otacon, guys. Generally, you know, starting Otacon at 20 minutes is not something that you always want to do. However, we're about to have a very big advantage here in the uptime. So in the uptime, you see I'm running kind of past the Otacon here because I want to think about protecting the bot. But I think in this situation, we can actually start the Otacon. We're so strong. I'm gonna ping Poppy's TP here. I'm gonna put my pink ward here. Cool, she's TPing just like that. I like to see that. And we take it. Just like that. Now it is still uptime, so I kind of want to ping on the way here. This is a bit of an awkward situation in the game where there's nothing to really play for here. There's no camps. So this is a situation where maybe you could farm your own jungle. You don't really want to run it down here. You do want to get control though. Getting the vision is good here. And then we're just going to look for like enemy camps here. You know, we might do a little bit of fishing. Okay, fishing got nothing. So you see my team is pressuring here, but I just want to farm camps kind of close to them. Wolves are down. Maybe I can go for the top wave in the blue. You see, it's hard. This point in the game is kind of hard, especially when you're kind of so far ahead in the game. But yeah, you just want to make sure you're pressuring, right? That's the most important thing in this situation. Make sure you're also pressuring while your team does this. So I'm just going to push top here. I'm going to make sure I'm pressuring something because my team is drawing the enemy's numbers here. Okay. So as I push here, I'm going to watch this. Okay, see, I'm drawing numbers here, but I'm not just going to try and like die here. It's just for the sake of pressuring. Now I want to have my... Look, I drew 3 people here. What does that do? They're losing a bot wave, right? They're losing stuff. And now, can we break this tower? Can go fishing. I could, but they're going to clear the wave. Did we get the bot tower? No, we didn't. Okay, my whole team's rotating this. So I'm going to quickly snag up this mid wave for myself. Still, it's always about playing uptime, guys. Playing on your team's tempo line. Now that we want to base, we're just going to back ping. I think basing here is good. And I'll have my eyes set on top side. So I'm just going to... At this point, I'm just going to ping that I want to get these camps because we can't actually get more on the bot side. So I'll just let my team do whatever here. I'm now just going to commit to getting the camps and playing my own game. You may find yourself in this kind of situation as well, where you've progressed the game so fast that like there's nothing to take and your team will do things like this. It's okay. Just keep farming. You know, I could like, sometimes you know, you get to this situation in this game where like you just want to hang around your team and it doesn't really get anywhere because, you know, whatever. So let's take a base here. Let's just take a base here. Can't really break this. Actually, their entire team is dead. I could break it, which I will. Should have looked at numbers more. That's okay. We can still break it. Getting in here right now as well is a bit early and just in general. So we just take the tower. And overall, we still gain a lot, right? We still gain a lot from this just by playing uptime because we are playing off the fact that our team is pressuring. Now we will base, perfectly syncing up for our team's death timers. And we will be back to playing uptime. And the uptime in this case is going to be playing around a... What are we playing around? Baron, Dragon, maybe even these inhibs. Again, this game is going pretty fast, to be honest with you. And so, guys, I want you to think back to when my red gets smited. Back to when my game is looking not too good. All right, you got to keep composed. Stick to your fundamentals. And you will find opportunities. So I'm just farming camps here because guess what? My team is not ready to play yet. And as soon as they get up to this line, like this, look, my TK and my Vayne, when they get up to this tempo line, I'm going to walk forwards. I'm looking for enemy camps now. I'm looking to protect waves. I'm looking for vision. Now I need to be a little bit careful here because they could be bush cheesing. Like this. You gotta be a little bit careful. He's already done all his camps here. So, again, I'm just chilling. Just chilling. If the enemy fight this, they are going to die. Just need to make sure I play front to back. I wouldn't mind defending this ping. I'm gonna be honest with you. And we're just gonna pull the dragon. And we're gonna back ping our team here. And we're gonna back ping our team here. It's okay, yeah, this guy's gonna flash in. We are concerned about the Drake. Oh, he popped off. Now maybe we can look just for a front to back. That was a little bit risky if he had flash. Play slow. Okay, now we can pop off. And there we go. So even with my Unk mechanics, it's all in the head, guys. All in the decision making. Even with Unk mechanics. You guys can't tell me you guys can't do this. This is all about, yeah, of course, as well. My team was like, you know, not the worst you've ever seen, right? But I see a lot of players lose games like this just based on the fact that something happens to them. It's not the game that they really want. And then we have it. Surrender vote comes in. So guys, that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys could learn something from this, you know, make sure you apply it to your own games. I'm nearly at 20k subs, so consider dropping a sub. Comment down below what you thought of this vid. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next vid. Peace.